Come to you shortwave radio from outer space. Seems like I'm in my house, doesn't it? It's all not real. But anyways, this is what I'm not coming out here to do, okay, is that. First of all, I did something on Yoko Ono, and you know what it says? The initials of Yoko Ono and John Lennon actually say, okay, YKOJL, which means Y is the 25th and 27th letter standing for heart, the K standing for the mind, the 6 standing for man, the J and the L stands for the queen and the king together as one. Those are their initials together. 4822. 8 and 4 is 12. 14, 16, 6 and 1 equals the 7 islands. They were here, their name meant the 7 islands. Because in vibrations, whatever I'm going to do is going to be in vibrations. Somewhere, somehow, I don't know how it's going to be. But all in all, if you heard me say it just now, you heard my vibration. Therefore, anything goes. What I want to say is in the Hebrew calendar, okay, now I could be wrong. I looked this up online. It went in order like this, okay. It said the first month is actually the 7th month, according to, I think it was some farmers, whatever. So they start their actual first month in the 7th month, which is basically September, October, Tishrei. I was born in Tishrei, more or less, okay? And now wait, what goes in compassion to number 1? Well, it would be the one that would be in number 10 position. And in 10 position, you know what month it ended up to be? The 4th month. Again, October 4th, showing it again right here. So you had in the first position, number 7. You had in the 10th position, which 1 and 0 is a 1 position again, is number 4. 7 and 4 is Christ, just like I told you, right? But listen to this. In the 10th position and in the first position, 10 and 1 is 11. And in the first position was number 7 month. And in the 10th position was number 4 month. 7 and 4 a month is 11, and the position they're in is another 11. There is a God, there is a creator that created this whole system we're in. There's no way I can jump boom bang right onto the Hebrew calendar and find something just as if it was waiting for me. It's not possible. If anybody wants to fight me on this, that's okay, because I'm with the Archangel H. In order to hear the H, you have to have the C-H-E. But that's okay, because with J, you hear the J, but now you hear the A sound. So you know the jack is a connection jack. Just like you plug your jack in the wall, he's the other side of the element, the connection to a higher world, up above, down below, somewhere else, but just not all over here. The K, turn it sideways. It's your mind transmitter. Ace King, Ace Jack. But in this world, the world of Tishrei, Ray is king. In French, roi is a king. It's also with an R, but they say it with a royalty. Roi, 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 roi. It's almost like saying RW, another place to put the W. So let's see what happens when we put RW together. The 18th and 23rd letter, 41. Mediterranean, that's where it all began. It's all in Israel. Somehow, for some reason, this thing was made about Israel. Or wait, is it because I'm Hebrew or Jewish? Or one of the two? I'm something. They call me something. But does it matter? You know what I like? I like to go out for Asian food, and I want to feel for some reason that I'm part of them. I like all that meditation stuff. I also like the Russians, right? Well, I can't say anything about the Americans because I'm basically just like them. So I don't see the difference. Maybe I'm a lucky guy. And if something happens bad, doesn't mean I'm unlucky. It means that's what happened. During the time between good and bad, something else happened. Do we have to say whether it's good or bad or not? It doesn't matter. The Middle East
is where it's at. The bankers know it. The Zionists know it. And you know what? A good smart guy with a long Hebrew beard, and he thinks what the future can really be. Really, even if we are elements of the matrix spirit of Tishrei, even if we are, we're still human on this earth. We can maybe think this guy is right. Of course, Creator will come. This is a game. We have to do all the moves before there are no more moves left. Before he will come, then the game is incomplete. You don't want to start over again, do we? Do you? Talking about U's and Urantia, holy Christ. You know what you can do with a U? You can make it into a W. You can take it apart, and you can make it look like a C. You can flip two U's on top of each other, make it look like a long O. Or you can cut it in half and make it look like a C. And now that you said C, now you can say it's the ocean and the sea, and you created a word from one U, came out of you. You heard it, you thought it. What else can we do with the U? Well, if we take an E and a U and put them together, we can turn that U into an ace, and the E is on top of it, making it look that way, because that's the way it's supposed to look. It's the Spirit Connect. Just like Alpha Mega, not Omega. That's when you came into the world. Everything stops on M, and everything after that is new. And that's the way the Greeks say it. Nuf means 9. It means birth. If you go to Greek and you go to the passage, it's an N, and it says NU. So I say new. So when you're at the passage, everything is new. Because from the Greeks, it was before the English time. So I have to look at new at the 5 hole instead of the birth at the 9 hole. And you know what's funny? FIVE has a total letter count of 42. And not only that, 2 of the vowels are the same thing. The only difference is the N and the V, which is the nav and the life. And in the other one, for the 5, it's the F, man. Yeah, F this, F that, F fuck. Holy shit, it's the F and S, man. F fucking shit, right? Holy crap. You don't want to hear that in front of your TV. Anyways, so I went over the Hebrew calendar. I'm not finished it yet, okay? But you know what's funny? They said that they're waiting for the Messiah of 10 Jews. Does that mean God is the 10 Jews? Because God is 1 is equal to 10. That's why when you go to a minyan, you got to be 10 plus 1. Because 10 is us connected to our angel, and the guy, the chazan, he's the spirit. So you even need more. You even need a female in there to represent the beta world. Because who are we? A bunch of man without the female inside that place. I don't get it. I just don't get it. How do we prosper if we all don't prosper? If the men go up and the women go down, that's not the world God wanted. That's not possible. And even if it is, we're supposed to overlook some of the rules and change those rules. Even if some of the men like to show their either chauvinistic way and just treat all the women well all their life until one day they burst out and they never really liked to do it in the first place. Everything should be discussed. Even the stupidest thing. Because you know what? That's what all the fights are all about. It was the stupidest thing. You know, it was the stupidest thing. And it was about nothing. It was about absolutely nothing and everything that it made no sense at all. It began absolutely nowhere. I bent over and he made a remark. And my response was, guess what? I was a jealous response. So I got a jealous response back. And even if I didn't care because I was jealous. We come into this world, the ego, okay, where does that ego, the ego, the egg, the ego, take away one of the G's. You ain't in the stomach anymore. See, at the beginning, the egg is inside the mother. One G is the island of your mother. The other G in egg is your island. The E is the passage of the spirit. Ego. When you come out, you go. You go, baby. You go and you go. And when you stop, hey, it ain't up to me. Don't you know the laws and the rules? And the reasons why. Why? Because if we don't do it right, then it just won't work. Life is a game and it is a business. If you don't take care of it, it's going to fall apart, or we're going to break it up ourselves. That's the way it is. Now, are we being cornered right now by some mysterious nation imposter, imposer? How in the world can you lease out an army for somebody else? I don't get this. Rent an army? Is that insane? Is that insane? So then you'll say, well, we're going to take care of our guys. You call this. No, man. What is this rent an army crap? When did America become so ugly? I don't see any ugly Americans. The only people that are ugly are the ones who can't forget. Again, the ego comes in. I started something, I must finish. What are they going to think of me, my parents and my family from the last 600 years, if I don't take over the world now? And I got all these cocksuckers helping me. What the fuck? Who's in control of the army? Because if the government's in control of the army and they're stupid enough, turn it around on the bankers and boom, it's over. But then it can't be that way. Why would they be so involved? How many people are going to be left? What were they thinking they're going to get? Of course, God promised them life forever right here on this planet. Once they reach 300-400 years old, holy fuck. You think they're going to be in any shape to run this nation? Of course not. It'll be the same thing. Listen, do you know what's going to happen to all the bankers at the end? This is just something out of my head. And I call them the bankers. It doesn't mean they're the bankers, whoever they are. This is what's going to happen. Scenario is so perfect. They're going to get to a point in their life where it's going to start to turn around, and for 50 to 60, 70, 80, 90 years, they're going to have the force against them. And that's when they'll say to God, you know what? I finally see it right. You gave me 300 more years, and I ended up in the same place I began. Man 6, 4, angel connect, under the 2 feet of ground in the beta world of the 7 of 11 heaven connect. My Lord, there's a creator out there, and he's come upon us. He has brought into the minds and the souls to bring upon us a vision of you and understanding what it means, the vibrations of the matrix, the energies that come not only within and above and from below us, but inside of us as we breathe, these energies that dry our mouth. Oh, my friends, it is so strong, and it comes. And it's more than just this year. I have read the Hebrew calendar, and it says the same thing. It says the 4 is in the 10. The 4 is in the 10, and therefore, in 2014, Rosh Hashanah is a Yom Kippur that is on the 4th of October. But it's the first month, okay, which is the 7th month, and not the 10 number, which is the 4th month. You have to look at the Hebrew calendar to understand that. But it brings you right on to 10/4, October 4th. And 1 and 7, the one spirit of the 7 islands. It's just also perfect, because what that means as a connection is that once you get to the passage, if you want to reconnect to the heaven, you have to go 3 more complete years. And that would bring you to the same number, 2017. 2011, 2014, 2017. Go look on your phone. 147. That's how it happens. This is the passage here. It's in the middle. It's at the top. It's moving its way down. It's moving its way over. It's going to complete Santa Claus's sock, okay, with a hole at the end, and you and your angel's toes are connected somehow. Anyways, we're going to end it at this. I said a lot. I said a little. I didn't say too much. Did I? Anyways, I mean, there's all kinds. I mean, listen to this. This is really weird, because in the 6th, they call it the 6th, right? The 6th placement of the number. They call it the 12th month Adar, which is February and March. So you have beta and you have the marching ants, F and M. Now, what's so funny about this is 6 man and 12 is 1 and 2 equals 3. Creation. 6 and 12 is 18, which is our angel, and 12 is 1 and 2, 3, plus the 6 makes the 9 birth, perfectly for the birth month of February and the marching ants
of March. Then you have what they say here is the number 7, 7-month maybe they're saying, which is the first month of Nisan, which is March, April, and April showers bring May flowers, and that's what brings the spirit and birth of man connection into this world. This would be now number 7 is the first month, okay, but the first was number 7. Tishrei was the 7th month, but in the first position, and now you have in the 7th position the first month of Nisan. So there's definitely a combination clue inside everything that's ever been created, past and beyond, all the way down to the last 6,000 years of the Hebrew calendar. I am so sure. The question is, what are you looking for? How can I help you? And this has got to be serious, because I don't have time to play games. And then again, it's all about games. If you don't play the games and you're all a tightwad inside, you gotta open up the spirit. This is the year 2000. How God will come when we said 2,000 years ago, where's the Messiah? Yeah, he's coming on.